So welcome students once again to the web classes. In the previous lecture we understood about the simple present tense, its structure and its uses as well. How do we use it? How do we make simple present sentences? Right? Today what we are going to understand is present continuous tense. So first of all we need to understand about the pronouns that we use and about the auxiliary verbs that we use in the present continuous tense. So let's say we are making a sentence which is affirmative, which is positive sentence, right? And we are using pronouns like I, you, we, they, he, she, and it, right? So how do we use the auxiliary verbs with them? We need to understand we use am with I only. Okay, we can use are with you, we, and they, and we can use is with he, she, and it. Why we are using am, are, and is? Because they are the present tense auxiliary verb, right? And then after what is the formation of verb? So here it is play. Play is a V one. We can say the first form of verb, and what we are doing, we are putting ing with it, which means it is going to be present present participle, right? Which is gerund, we can say, right? So we will move further. Interrogative sentence. How do we make interrogative sentence in the present continuous tense? First of all, we need to understand through which we are making the sentences, right? The interrogative sentence. If we are using the auxiliary verb like is, am, are, right? How can we make the sentences? First of all, we need to use auxiliary verb am, is, or are, and then we need to put the pronoun which is subject as well, and then the verb, and at last a question mark, right? Nothing else than that. If we can see the difference between affirmative sentence and interrogative sentence, it is clear that we are using subject first in the affirmative sentence and subject second in the interrogative. So what will be the first thing in the interrogative sentence is auxiliary verb, right? So I hope you understood both the structure. We will move to negative sentences, right? The negative sentence, how do we make negative sentences? It is just like the affirmative sentence, but what we are adding is a word that is not, which is negation, right? We are using subject first, which are pronoun we can use, and then the auxiliary verb, and a word that is not, which is negation, with at each and every auxiliary verb, right? And then we are using verb, and for fourth form of the verb, which is called present participle and gerund as well, right? So moving further, verb plus ing rules. First of all, we need to understand the spelling rules that we are making. How do we make verbings, right? How do we make verb with ing? So if we are having simple words like listen, right? And then we can make ing with them, just putting ing behind the listen, after the listen, right? If we are having we can say if we are having two vowels at the end of the word, then what do we use? We will use y, right? Y and then ing. You can see that it is written here. If we are having two vowels at the end of a particular word, then what do we use? How do we make verbing with that? We will use y, right, as a supplement of I and E, and then we will use what? ing, right? If we are having vowel at the end of the word, if we are having what? Vowel at the end of the word, then what we will do? We will remove that vowel and then simply add I and G, right? Next, if we are having the second last character as a vowel, right? If we are having the second last character as vowel, then how do we make verbing? Then we just simply repeat the last character, which is p here, right? And then put ing after the verb, right? Same for vowel as well. You can see that we are having the second last character as vowel and the last character as consonant, right? And what we are doing, we are repeating the last character, which is a consonant, and then adding ing, which makes it traveling, which has two l, right, in the spelling. So I hope you understood the spelling rules. Moving next, here are some examples for you. Here are, we can say, kind of an exercise for you. I have provided you some words here. You guys can pause the video and just check your knowledge how you can make the verbings with these words, right? You can also check like how you are using the ing with which word and which kind of words, right? Here are many words for you. You can pause the video and check. I hope you have made the right things, right? The begin, it is beginning, right? Why I have put beginning? Because that here the second last character is I. So I will have to repeat that last word which is consonant, right? Last letter which is consonant. The same for rub as well, rubbing. The second last character is vowel and the last character is consonant. So I will have to repeat the consonant again. Then listening. You can see the listening is a simple word. Then lie, lying, swim, swimming. There are many, we can say, exceptions in the English language, just like listen. You can check here the second last character is E and the last character is consonant, but it is also not repeating the last character consonant. So there are many exceptions we can say. What you need to do is you just need to practice at home. You can do several practices about making verbings, right? So I hope you have understood each and everything. Today it is all for you. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you.